Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. Hey, I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Tough Love Atlanta. This is season 2, episode 5. We're halfway through. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video, and also you can subscribe to my channel. Thank you for your support, and you can leave your comments below. Tell me what you think of this season thus far. You know, it's a lot. I think it's better than last season, but you guys can let me know in the comments. But let's get into this episode. Okay, so for the first shock of the night, I didn't know that we were fast forwarding, but all of a sudden we see Jackie and Kenny, and they are having sex. And guess where they're having sex at? In Will's house, in Will's bed. I'm like, remember Macaulay Culkin, Kevin in the Home Alone movie? I didn't think that was going to happen, but the writers are writing. Shout out to you writers, because even though they did this, there's some type of, at least, guilt on Kenny's side. Jackie's ready to just go all the way in. After they have sex, you know, Kenny's kind of getting himself ready to get out of bed, and Jackie was like, this feels good, you know, when can I see you again? And Kenny's like, well, I really don't know. I mean, because we did cross the line here. It's like, Jackie, you are engaged. And then she said, well, you have a girl too. I said, it's totally different from having a girlfriend to you being promised to someone else. And those are my words that I'm paraphrasing. He asked, you know, what's up with you and Will? And she said that she doesn't want to talk about it. And then the question we have wanted some answers to, Kenny asked, like, are you sure that Will is the father of your baby? And then Jackie, in defense, says, well, you're sure not. Are you sure? Well, who else you been messing with? Who else have you been messing with, Jackie? And hopefully you're not lying to Kenny. Like, I don't know when things stop between you and Kenny and all that good stuff. We are missing some time gaps from when we ended off in the last season. So it's like, so what's up? Anyways, while they're in the midst of talking, Will comes home and he's calling out to Jackie to see where she's at. Kenny goes out the back window way. He ends up leaving his headphones. Jackie has to hide them real quick. Will is banging on their bedroom door. Unlock this door. I'm like, what is this? He is such a warden and crazy. So she opens up and she looks very flustered and looks very tired. And she said, oh, I locked the door out of habit. This baby is really wearing me down. So then he gives her an order. Well, you need to get out of this bedroom and go take a walk. You're not going to sleep all day. Jackie. You a good one. You a good one, lady. Because That's what's going on? What in the world? Will is quite crazy. All right, so we move on to Aisha and Rome. They're watching TV and they're debating a topic that's happened on TV. And next thing you know, Rome's mom comes by. She has this rib dinner plate and she's ready to come in to visit with her son, and he stops her. And basically she figures out that he got a girl over there. So you got one of your little girls over there. So now it seems like Rome is a cheater and maybe have some credence to what Aisha was thinking when he was laughing in his phone, his text messages a few episodes ago. I don't know. But Rome said, it's not a good time right now. I will come by tomorrow, and we'll do all of this stuff. She said, okay. And then when she gets outside, she yells and says, little girl, have some respect for yourself and don't be one of his side pieces over here. I'm paraphrasing. So Aisha confronts Rome about what is going on here. She's trying to like really pack up at this point, saying, look, I'm not going to be one of your little girlfriends. And he's like, you are not. Well, why did you introduce us? And then he flips it and says, like, well, I know what happened the last time I tried to introduce you to some folks of mine. And Aisha's not having it, and she goes out the door. All right, so Kenny comes home and he's in the shower. Princess comes into the bathroom, and she asks him, are you okay? He said, yeah. Because Princess, is it Princess? Yeah. Or is it Precious? Precious or Princess? My bad. Lord, I think it's Precious. Sorry. You seem blah. And he said, well, I'll talk to you when I get out of the shower. And she says, okay. So she starts taking stuff out of her purse. It looks like she's going to touch up on the makeup. And Kenny's phone beeps as far as him getting a text message. It's Jackie. She sent a message with a picture of his earphones and saying that you left these behind. And that right there got Precious concerned and all that good stuff. Once he gets out of the shower, what have you been up to today? Lord, don't y'all understand, men and women? You got to know when certain people are asking you for particular questions. They already know what is up, and they just want to know what type of answer you're going to give. That's where Precious is right now, and her intuition has sparked up. And I'm going to talk about somebody else's intuition that is at an all-time low. We'll get to you in a second, Lisa. He says that he's been running errands and making some deals. He doesn't want to talk about them yet because he doesn't want to jinx them. And then Precious said, is there anything else? That right there could have been your little key to confess to whatever about seeing Jackie. But Kenny says no. Okay, so now we're going over to Drew's podcast. They have a new guest called the Love Doctor. Drew wants to apologize to his guests to his fans because he believes that there are some women that were offended by the whole colorism remarks that they did made on the last podcast. His partner does not want to apologize. Why do you keep apologizing? And Drew says, no, I think we need to apologize because we are neglecting our dark-skinned fan base, and dark-skinned women in general, And then it's flipped on Drew as far as him making that statement. Well, last time I checked, you were dating a light skin. And also, Aisha's roommate, you were dating a light-skinned woman. So have you dated dark-skinned women, Drew? Kind of got you right there, but it looks like he's going to be a fool. The other co-hosts and all this good stuff. So then a statement was made about light-skinned versus dark-skinned women. The closer you get to white, the more submissive that you got to be. Because the topic came up as to why do all of a lot of these black successful celebrities all of a sudden turn to snow bunnies and to light-skinned women. It's more racially accepted. And you play into patriarchy, white patriarchy. And you fall into this system that is really racist, and it is colorism. And Drew did say, it goes all the way back to slavery. Guess who was in the house and guess who was outside? So, another P-Brain podcast. They're bringing up topics, and it looks like, at least in this episode, Drew is on the side of right. Kitty and Precious. Precious has an interview. And it looks like Kenny's trying to leave. And Precious like, well, you're not going to stay for this interview? I really would kind of like you to stay. Well, Kenny was like, I think you'll do fine without me. It's going to be on a Zoom call. So you should be well. While he's preparing to leave, Jackie texts him. And it's some type of seductive text. It seemed like it was. So she said, well, what are you going to do? He says, well, I have a friend that owes me money, and I want to make sure that I can get this money. So then she says, you sure? And Kenny's like, well, what kind of question is that? It's like, Kenny, you are not taking the social cues here. Your lady knows what's up. It's best for you to be truthful at this point, dude. But you ain't going to get it. So we move on to Jackie. It looks like Jackie is being taken off probation. The probation officer comes over, they take the thing off, the monitor off of her, and she signs some papers. He said normally you have to come into the office, but it looks like your mother did you a favor or asked for a favor, and now you were able to do something that's not normally done. So, okay, so you remember when Aisha and Rome, they got into it? Aisha comes home, and I guess that she's surprised with flowers and a teddy bear, and that was enough for her to fall into his arms. They smash. That's all it took, Aisha? Okay. I want you to say that on your IG. So Drew, he is boxing and really giving it his all. And this sexy light-skinned girl comes in there, and he thinks that she's recognizable. I think that was the same person that's been DMing him or whatever, but I don't think he recognizes her like that. But she says that she wants to be on his show because she has a matchmaking business that she wants to promote. She ends up getting him to exchange numbers. And as Drew always does when a girl is asking for his number, he hands her the phone and she puts the number in there. What I'm going to say to Drew, get an assistant for one. Get a business phone for two. And for three, get a business email. You mix in business and pleasure all in the same thing. And so thinking like some of the pea brain dudes out there that don't even know that they're getting set up. Don't even know that you're getting set up. So after this woman, after that other content creator a couple episodes that tried to really get you in trouble, saying that all men cheat, that content creator, yeah, you ain't learned yet. So Quentin and Lisa, they're out on a date. While they're walking or strolling or whatever, she gets a text saying, I got the number and now on to phase 3. I wonder how much phase 3 cost. All I'm going to say is this, Lisa, I don't want to root for Drew whatsoever. And I hate that you're putting me in this predicament. I ain't going to root for him, but I just got to say that you're wrong. You still have the choice to never see him again or not. Or never to see him again, or you do. You're going through all of this stuff just to see if he's changed. I'm sorry, but all these tests and stuff, that's not attractive. And as much as Drew is who he is, you're not ready for a relationship, I don't think. You're not ready for even Drew to be back in your life. And I just find it really sad at how many people that can persuade you instantly. You don't have a backbone as of yet. Outside of a man, you still are still trying to find your place. Everybody can influence you to do whatever that they want you to do in one way or the other. The only little bone that you have is that you're keeping Drew at bay while you date someone else. But you got another woman that's scamming you out of money trying to catch your old dude being the same buster that he is. What is that? Why are you spending money on that? He stressed you out for free. He hurt your feelings for free. You allowed him to get into an open relationship for free. Y'all did polygamy for free. And now it's costing you money to see if this Negro has changed. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. No, it's not. But wake up, lady. No, get out of this relationship and find you your real backbone. Defy some gravity, like Cynthia Erivo. I think that's how you say it. Do that, because... where we at? So Jackie, she comes home. Will is there, sitting there in the dark. And she says, basically, I'm free. Will says, it looks like you didn't need to be free, and I'm paraphrasing, to show your ASS. And she's like, excuse me? She said, what are you talking about? Who's been in my house? Nobody. And then he instantly gets quite crazy. He gets up, brings out the earphones, and basically says, don't play with me. Whose earphones are these? Those are mine. And he said, how did you get them? I bought them. Well, they don't look new. They're refurbished. From that point on, he slapped her. And then I said, what? Pushed her to the couch and started to choke her. And demanded to know who's been in his house. Well, she ended up getting enough strength to go kick him in the groin area. I'm trying to be YouTube friendly, so I'm using choice words here. She said something, I can't even remember what she said, but she throws the engagement ring and she leaves. I said, thank God she's free. But I think from the trailer, there's more that's going to happen between Will and Jackie. So we're going to see. But I think, Jackie, I want to ask this. Like, Medea's been out since the early 2000s, at least on our movie screens and theater wise that we seen, or at least got. I think that was late 90s. Anyway, I know you heard what she had said. Now you could have did two things. You could have got some hot grits, or you could have just been Miss Minnie and got a little certain pie, made him a pie, or put a little glaze on his real bacon that he so wants, or put something in his eggs. But no, you've been putting up with this ish for too long. Now this dude done put his hands on you. I'm just saying. All right, so Aisha and Rome. So this is the afterglow of having sex. She said that she's got to go make a drop, and he's like, "Well, what kind of drop?" She said some type of drop for her aunt. Aisha talked like she is a drug dealer. Is that the secret, writers? Because it's like, how you gonna say I got to make a drop? I mean, now I have worked in real retail, so I do know people that say that when they have to go make a bank drop. But Aisha don't, you know? That, so you was a drug dealer, ma'am? But I think he was doing something else. But we shall find out pretty soon. So Jackie, this is nighttime. She's walking kind of hysterical, well, crying and hysterical, and calling people, or at least calling some number, and no one's picking up. Next thing you know, we see from the street, somebody's coming in this van with the open door. They snatch up Jackie and kidnap her. Then Kenny, looks like he's at the trunk of his car, and somebody comes and snatches him up. Lisa and Quentin, she's at her doorstep to go into her home. They're kissing and all that good stuff. Quentin says, I can come in. And she says she's a little bit busy right now, but it'll be a rain check. Quentin leaves, and then she shuts the door. And on the inside, the kidnappers yank her. Like, okay. Drew, he makes a video for his social media audience, just saying, don't cancel me. Me and my co-host, we have a difference of opinion, and that's just that. Kind of like I'm on your side, and don't try to charge it against my co-host here. You may need to get a new co-host. I mean, I understand having difference of opinions, because that kind of you don't need yes man, especially in, I say, just the content creating world. In anything, you don't need a yes man, and you do need to have checks and balances. When you have someone that wants to be totally offensive to a group of people, you may want to rethink who you have as your co-host or panelists and things of that nature. So Rome leaves. Aisha looks at her flowers and teddy bears and gets the bright idea to get on live, or at least make a video saying, "Hey ladies, if your man ain't doing this for you, then don't then you need to get somebody else," basically. And then she says, "Thanks to Sean." I'm sorry, but if we want to technically say anything, why is Aisha getting mad at Rome? And possibly why is Rome getting mad at Aisha? As of yet, there's no proof that Rome has any other ladies on the side. Aisha has now used something that's supposed to be a gift and sentimental to her with her real boyfriend, now to play this fake, deceitful relationship for social media. That don't look too right. And hopefully Rome cusses you out. Then after she gets done with the video, she gets a knock at the door, or a doorbell. She goes outside and she calls out to Rome, because she's like, "Are you playing a trick on me? Don't do that." She didn't, so she turns back around, about to go in her house, and she gets nabbed. I said, okay. And then next thing you know, Drew gets kidnapped. So I'm calling them this, but I know that this was last season's terminology. Now it looks like the fellows are all in this dark warehouse. Everyone was kind of knocked out. Kenny goes to see about Jackie because she's still laying down, and he wakes her up, and now all the fellows are in this dark warehouse not knowing what's going on. Hopefully those guys will be able to, how can I say this, at least compare notes with each other. So I don't know what's going to happen next, but I'm enjoying this season so much. Thank you, writers. Thank you to the actors. Team Jackie and Kenny, of course. Someone needs to take out Will expeditiously. And Aisha, you are wrong, and you don't need no relationship. Just go on and make your money. All right, y'all leave your comments below and let me know what you thought of this episode. Please like this video and also subscribe if you're new. Until the next one, peace.